What's up, internet? Welcome to another YouTube video. Today what I'm going to be doing is going over LM Studio, kind of how it works, how you can load a model, and how you can interact with it. So the first thing we're going to do is navigate to lmstudio.ai, and then here we're going to be able to install the actual application. So I'm going to download for Windows right here. Great, so now that we have it installed, we're going to go ahead and double click on the exe, which is going to open the application, and then we're going to be able to start using LM Studio. So I'm going to do only for me, it's fine. LM Studio and install. Alright, so now that we have the application open, I'm just going to go over a few of the tabs and kind of how to use this. So first we have the chat tab. Obviously this is going to be for chatting with your large language model. Right here is the developer tab. So this is going to be about using these specific endpoints right here. This is going to be my models, so all your models you'll see will be loaded in here. And then this is going to be the Discover tab, so this is where you can actually pull models from Hugging Face. I'd suggest kind of looking through all the models. Hugging Face is a lot of things. You can also go to their website to see more. But we're going to pull a very basic model for now, just so we're dealing with pretty easy stuff. What we're going to do is sort by most downloads, and then we're going to choose the DeepSeek R1. This is a pretty good model to mess around with, so let's go ahead and download that model. And now you're going to see that it's going to start downloading the model, so I'm just going to go back and cut to when the model is downloaded. Great, so now we can see that the model is downloaded. Go to my models tab, you can see the model is right here, and now we have a few different options to interact with it. The first one is going to be the very basic chat model, so to do this we're going to load the model above. We'll click on the model name, you're going to see that tab is just loading the model, and then once that's finished I can go ahead and I can say hello. So as you can see, there's a lot of thinking going on here, and then it's going to respond. So obviously this is a pretty basic way to how to interact with your model, but there are a lot of cool different things you can have inside of this basic chat. We can put in a system prompt if we want to add one here. There's appearance, different things you can do, but the coolest part is the integration. So right here we can actually integrate our custom MCP servers. We can use the pre-built ones right here. And then how you actually integrate and install an MCP server is editing your mcp.json file. And then right here, if you had a custom MCP server, you would set it up right here. So that was kind of the basic chat tab right here. And then we can get into the actual developer tab. So again, this is kind of where you can have these interactions. What you're going to do is you're going to start the actual server. So now these endpoints are going to be active, meaning you can actually interact and talk to them. The model is already loaded right here, as you can see, and the way to interact with this is going to be via an API response or a post request, more like. So this is a post request that I have right here. As you can see, it's going to talk to the local host, the completion host, which is the same exact one right here. The content type is going to be in JSON. The model is the DeepSeek model right here. You can see those names are the same. And then inside the messages, the role is the user, and this is the content of the message. So hello, can you help me with something? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit enter here. You're going to see a response come in here and in here. And then again, you can see all the thinking is happening, but then here is the actual response from the LLM. Great, so now that we've interacted with our model in two different basic ways, now what we're going to do is use the embedding endpoint. This one's pretty cool. If you guys do not know what embeddings are, I would suggest looking into them. But essentially it's going to turn regular natural text into a large array of numbers so that the LLM can understand it better based on semantic meaning. So what we're going to do is we're going to load a embed model. So as you can see right here, I think this one actually came with the Qwen 3 model. Some models do have a embedded model as well. So now this one is ready and active, which means we're going to be able to interact with this endpoint and get an embedding back. So got this command right here. So as you can see, this is a post request to the embedding endpoint. The application, again, a JSON request, and then here's the input. So this is a test sentence. So when I hit enter, you're going to see the embedding result of that text. And I'm continuously scrolling. So this is just one array and a bunch of numbers just to kind of show you how this works. Great. So now with that, you guys know how to download LM Studio, grab a model from Hugging Face, interact with it in the chat UI, in the developer UI. The other thing you can do, obviously, if you guys know how to use JSON requests and post requests, you can use this large language model in a lot of different things. What I've done in the past is use NAN, and then you can send curl requests to your local large language model and then interact with it that way. So there's a lot of different things you guys should mess around on the side, a lot of different kind of preferences you can set up. But this has been the basic kind of overall explanation of how LM Studio works and how to interact with models. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.